it only took, let's see, a dozen injuries for SmackDown to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I guess we should talk about it. Welcome to the SmackDown Rundown, episode 83. You just make us Rhett and Link?
Yep.
Alright. I'm okay with that. No, we
What matches happened though? Tell us about the matches.
Alright, we had the Dudleys defeat the Wyatts in a tables match.
Holy crap. That could have been a main event.
The Social Outcasts defeated the team of Damian Sandow, Goldust, Jack Swagger, and Zack Ryder.
Oh.
Del Rio defeated Kalisto. Becky Lynch defeated Brie Bella. And Dean Ambrose and Neville defeated Kevin Owens and Sheamus.
I felt like at least 3 of those matches could have been classified as main events.
Well, it just so happens that this was a triple main event SmackDown.
Oh, every other match was a main event.
Goddamn right. So we open up, we had Renee saying that Dean Ambrose was on his way, saying he wanted to go out, and he had a challenge for Kevin Owens. We get this truck screeching into...
It's a very efficient Uber driver.
Yeah, that guy knew what he was doing. He screeches in, brings in Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose immediately makes his way to the ring, saying, hey, someone better let Kevin Owens know that I want him to meet me out in the ring. So he comes out, says he has an announcement to make. He asks for a drum roll. He's surprised that he gets one. And then he realizes, wait, something's missing. And he tries to bring Kevin Owens out. And Kevin Owens, no. So instead he goes, well, I'm still here to make an announcement. And I'm here to challenge... Wait, can I get that drum roll again? So he gets the drum roll. And he challenges Kevin Owens to a last man standing match at the Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental Championship.
Royal Rumble just got exponentially more violent.
Well, instead of Kevin Owens, he got Sheamus. And Sheamus said some shit that we didn't really listen to. Dean Ambrose had some funny comebacks to whatever he did say, though. And challenged Sheamus to come down to the ring and fight. So who cares about the main event? Let's just fight right now. Yeah. Sheamus is on his way down.
Owens is like, I'm gonna come out because fuck you, Dean Ambrose.
And Owens is like, well, consider your challenge accepted, but now there's 2 of us and there's only 1 of you.
And then Mighty Mouse to the rescue.
Yeah, with a purple dick scarf. They fought off Kevin Owens and Sheamus, and like we needed more setup for our main event.
But we did.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Our first match was the tables match. We originally thought it was a 3-on-2. It turned out it was only 2-on-2, but Braun Strowman was in the Wyatt's corner. This match was okay. I had my personal issues with it. With the fact that Braun Strowman was out there, it should have been over in like seconds. But he waited till the end of the match to get involved when the Dudleys were about to win.
But they won anyways.
Bubba went on a hot streak.
Yeah.
And towards the end, he was hitting everybody with that. It was Braun Strowman ended up bringing in the kendo stick, and he starts wailing on Rowan. He's beating the shit out of him, and then he's beating the shit out of Braun Strowman. All the while, Devon is almost getting superplexed
to the outside
through a table by Luke Harper. But after taking out Rowan, Bubba's able to power walk up to the stairs and shove Luke Harper off of the apron through the table, and the Dudleys pick up the win.
Yeah, I like Bubba's method of detaining the other members of the Wyatt family, though. Because Strowman charged at him and took the shoulder post, the big E, and filled the outside. And then Bubba went to the outside and threw Rowan into the steps. And Rowan hitting the steps actually shoved the steps into Braun. Rowan knocked the top half of the steps off into Braun. And so Braun got like a secondary metal object into his shoulder.
Nice. I didn't even notice that. Good on you, Bubba. So despite the Dudleys picking up the win, though, the Wyatts didn't take too kindly to this.
No, they put Devon through 2 tables.
2 corner tables, and then Harper and Rowan would double choke.
And Rowan is not good at setting up tables by himself. Not industrial. He would not survive.
What was Strowman doing? Strowman was just standing there watching.
Yeah, from inside the ring. He could have helped.
He could have helped. Just Strowman's not good at being a wingman. He's terrible.
No, wait until the very end of the match to try and interfere. He threw in the kendo stick that Bubba caught.
Braun Strowman, the weak link of the Wyatt family.
Kinda.
But no, Harper and Rowan end up doing a double chokeslam off of the commentary table through 2 tables set up on the outside.
The biggest bump Bubba has taken in 10 years.
And then we get creepy Bray Wyatt laughing over the speakers. And then and then we're done. Then we had that weird-ass 8-man tag match where...
I was ridiculously okay with this match. And it might have been the best match on the card.
It was. The fact that these 4 usual jobbers all got their own time.
The 8 usual jobbers.
Yes, that's what I meant.
There's 8 of them in the ring at this point.
8,
like I was saying,
the cast of Main Event had their own match on SmackDown.
Like, the only thing that I think would have made more sense is had they pulled, like, Goldust from the match and put Fandango in his place.
Yeah, but Fandango had to cover that spot on Main Event. Because everyone else was on SmackDown. No, I mean, this was a fantastic match, and everyone got their own time. Everyone got to do their thing.
Zack Ryder, House of Fire,
all over
shit. Everybody.
He took out
Zack Ryder and Fuego.
He took out all 4 members. Curtis Axel tried to stop him from beating up Bo, and he took out Curtis Axel, and then he threw Bo into the corner and hit his forearm, and then he took out Rose and Slater just to set up for the Broski boot. He hit the Broski boot, was about to pick up the win, and I think Bo kicked out, or was it broken up? I think Axel broke it up, because then...
No, Bo kicked out of that.
Did Bo kick out of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Axel tried to... Axel... Hang on. Let me read my notes. Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, Bo ends up kicking out, and then Ryder is trying to set up for something else, and Slater gets in and stops him from doing something. Everyone has been taken out at this point. Everyone's been knocked off the apron. And the distraction from Slater allows Bo to hit the running Bodog on Zack Ryder.
Using Heath Slater as part of the run up the ropes.
Yeah, and
knocking him off the apron.
Slater off the apron, wins the match, and Slater's on the outside going, "What the fuck? What just happened?" And then everyone's picking him up, you gotta be happy though. You gotta be happy. We just won, and he's so you get conflicted Slater, what the, oh, cool, what the fuck? So, I don't know, is Slater gonna regret putting this little group together?
It's entirely possible.
Because...
Either way, though, I'm gonna enjoy this while it lasts, because this could not be a stable of more people that I like that a lot of people don't. This is if Tony could create this stable, it would be 4 Eva Maries. Yeah.
Ugh, gross.
Or just or 4 random guys wearing anti-Kofi Kingston t-shirts.
Fuck you, Tony. Congratulations on being a dad.
Yeah, cute baby.
Yeah. Then we had a U.S. title rematch. Del Rio losing the U.S. title on Monday Night Raw to Kalisto. Del Rio and Kalisto probably had the best match that they've had so far.
Yeah, their chemistry has grown significantly with every match.
Yeah, I mean they had one. They had a one-off a few weeks ago, or it was the first one was in the tournament, heading in the Survivor Series.
Yeah,
because Del Rio eliminated Kalisto.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, and I think they had another one on a SmackDown not too long after that. But then this succession of 3 matches that they've had since last SmackDown has been fantastic. It's just gotten better every single time. And this one was no different. This one, they pulled everything out in this match. This was main event caliber. Yeah,
and Del Rio just likes to say, "Fuck Kalisto" when he's in the middle of doing flippy shit.
Has Kalisto hit a high-flying move? on Del Rio.
Oh yeah, he always eventually gets around to it.
But like how many? How
one
many
out
is
of
he?
every 3.
I was gonna say how many has he hit compared to how many has he attempted? Because he like his springboard corkscrew plancha thing
took him 2 tries to get that one.
Yeah, the dive at the end he didn't hit.
Yeah, it was like the last match they had on Raw when he went for the dive and Del Rio turned it into a hip toss into the barricade.
Yeah. Oh, ow, ouch. So
mysteriously, Wade Barrett appeared.
Yeah, after the commercial,
like in the middle of the match, it's like, oh, wild Wade Barrett appeared.
Yeah, and this turned the tide for Del Rio because Kalisto was keeping up pretty well despite all the damage that was being done to his arm.
Yeah. And like very early on in the match, Del Rio was just extremely aggressive.
Yes.
And was shit whipping Kalisto everywhere.
Yeah, and he hit the arm breaker from the second rope.
Yeah.
And he was using the...
Which I was excited that new commentator guy, Morrow, is that his name?
Yeah, Morrow. Yeah.
Morrow.
I can't remember his last name.
Ronaldo?
That's the one, yeah. Morrow Ronaldo.
I'm glad he used the name The Divorce Court, because that's like, I've never heard a WWE commentator call the move the Divorce Court DDT, except he called it the Divorce Court with knees, because he did the double knees onto the arm.
When was that called the Divorce Court?
That's just a typical name for that arm breaker over the chest, fallback arm breaker. It's the Divorce Court DDT.
I did not know
it
that.
Doesn't just separate the shoulder, it divorces it.
Oh, I get it now. That's fantastic. Yeah, using Del Rio was
50% of shoulders had been divorced.
He was using, especially this year. Oh God, went off the rails here. No, Del Rio using the post a lot.
Yeah, too much.
Slamming Kalisto's arm on the stairs multiple times on the outside.
And lots of cross arm breakering.
Yeah, he got the first one on, and Kalisto was able to wiggle himself over to the ropes and get out of it. Kalisto was able to get the advantage because Del Rio would go for... I don't know.
Del Rio went for his hammer bump.
Yeah, he sets the person up on the second rope and like slides over their head. I don't know what that's...
Well, usually they get out of the way.
But he hits it sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess it's just he's using his whole body to hang them on the second rope.
Yeah, it's like when the person crotches himself on the guy when they're sitting on the second rope.
Yeah, alright.
But he doesn't want to like teabag the back of their head, so he tries to like lay on them. And if they move out of the way, he goes out of the ring.
So Kalisto is able to move out of the way of it, and so Del Rio just goes through the ropes and lands on his feet.
Actually, yeah, which is different than normal.
Yeah,
normally he falls.
usually he falls on his hip, but he landed on his feet, and Kalisto's like, "Oh, I should dive onto Del Rio because it always works." And then so he goes off. Not only did he miss the dive, but he got caught up on the top rope and landed real funny. Because Barrett pulls Del Rio out of the way.
He somersaulted and landed flat on his back.
Yeah, it was...
with his feet up in the air.
It was not a fun-looking bump. Barrett actually saves Del Rio from the dive, allowing Del Rio to just pick up Kalisto, toss him in, and immediately get a second cross arm breaker on, and just...
Kalisto tapped out.
Yeah.
Short order.
There was no way he was getting out of that one, and Del Rio is once again the United States champion.
Poor Kalisto.
You know,
I wanted him to be champion for longer than one show.
Okay, here's what I'll say. When I read this spoiler, because fuck you, Ringside News, when I read this on Tuesday, I was immediately upset, but I was more so upset at the fact that Ringside News fucking spoiled it for me. Just put SmackDown spoilers so I don't fucking read it, dick. But like the way it worked, I appreciated it because not only did they have a badass match, not only did Kalisto really get to prove once again why he deserves to be a champion, but they swerved the title back in a very heel way.
Yeah.
If it had just been Del Rio straight up beating Kalisto, I would have been pissed off. But the fact that there was the outside interference by Barrett, there was the distraction earlier that actually allowed him to get the first cross arm breaker on. I'm not upset with the fact that they switched it back. I think this was just testing the waters, seeing what kind of reaction people would get from Kalisto winning a belt by himself, just to kind of lead into...
He's going to win the Rumble then? Is that what they're saying?
No, I think he'll probably win the U.S. title back maybe at Fastlane.
I don't know. I kind of see it as they wanted to use it for shock value on Raw. And
well, you got to think, what else are they going to do with Del Rio now? Because they, from what I've read, is that they're putting all of what John Cena was supposed to do on Kalisto.
Yeah.
And I don't think John Cena was going to win the Royal Rumble. At least I hope not.
I'm just disappointed Del Rio's the champion again. Because I feel like he does so little for the championship.
Yeah. No one can do as much as John Cena did.
Well, Kalisto could at least have 100% entertaining matches.
That's true. Oh well. I appreciated the match. I think
it was a fantastic match.
It was very well done.
I'm just not pleased with the outcome.
Yeah.
Especially because Wade can't wrestle. Barrett was the one that helped him.
I was like, Wade can't wrestle Barrett? Why would he wrestle himself? I was confused.
Well, either or, actually. Because it'd be difficult to wrestle oneself.
Yeah.
Some people have done it, though, I think.
People wrestle the imaginary opponent, so I would imagine. You know? Fucking people in Japan wrestle blow-up dolls.
That's kind of fun.
Weird things happen, man. Moving on, we had Becky Lynch challenge Charlotte to a match at the Royal Rumble for the Divas Championship.
Wait, are you saying that these two that have been feuding are going to have a match at a pay-per-view?
Nope. Because up next we had Becky Lynch versus Brie Bella, which was another great match. Started off a little slow. You know, Brie was going to her usual stuff.
It really annoyed me because like the first three things that happened is Brie gets Becky on her knees and does 3 head slams into the mat. Like,
yeah,
I'm just like,
Brie, do something different.
Do something different, and then she picks her up. I'm like, okay, she's gonna do something different, and then she goes to head slam her into the top turnbuckle. I'm like, fuck!
And then Becky blocks it.
Yeah,
ends up taking advantage. But no, this one, I mean, there was no interference from Alicia Fox, which was surprising.
I'm not too surprised. They don't interfere, except for when Nikki's around.
Bitch. Becky ends up pulling out the win with a really cool setup to the disarmer, where she had, Brie went for something and she ended up giving her
double leg.
I thought it was a spine buster because she kind of jumped with it. But yeah, so she's got Brie down on her back. She's got one leg and she somersaults over, which flips Brie on her stomach. And then with the leg trap, she's able to roll up and grab the arm and lock in the disarmer, making Brie tap out. I thought that was a fantastic setup to that move. That is by far the best disarmer she's done. And it was so surprising and so sudden. I liked it a lot. And I think Becky might actually win at the Rumble.
I would be chuffed to bits if she did.
Post in the comments if you know what that means.
Chuffed to bits. A lot of people do. They're all in Britain, though.
Those for our English fans, let me know, because I have no fucking clue. Alright, moving on. We have our main event, which is a tag team match. We have Owens and Sheamus taking on
extra bright.
Taking on Dean Ambrose and Neville.
At this point, I'm fairly certain they've just replaced Sheamus's blood with the gas that flows through fluorescent light tubes.
Because that entrance hurt your eyes?
Legit. I had to look away from the TV. Like, usually Sheamus is bright, but for some reason it was like they were using LED lights or something.
They were just trying to piss you off.
And maybe. Highlight of this entrance for me, though, for all 4 guys coming out, was Kevin Owens trying to poke Sheamus in his cut.
And Sheamus immediately looked not okay. He was okay, we're partners. Don't fucking touch me.
Trying to poke him in his head vagina.
God.
This was a good match.
Yeah, it was. Neville is just Neville hasn't done a lot lately, so putting him in it is kind of strange seeing him being put into a main event all of a sudden. I'm not by any means upset with it. It's weird that he went from doing absolutely nothing to all of a sudden into a main event match. I guess it makes sense with the issues he's had with Owens a few times, kind of building this Ambrose feud up. But yeah,
his tiny beef with Sheamus last year.
Yeah,
right after WrestleMania.
Long fucking time ago.
Which they tried to bring back in the commentary.
Good try, but no.
Yeah, no. What I like about Neville is just like, I feel like it'd be cool if he was in a storyline. Because I mean, they tried to go with something with the Miz, and it just kind of really fell flat.
Failed,
and it disappeared. It stopped happening.
Yeah, it's done. Doesn't mean anything.
But like, the great thing about Neville is just like, oh well, even if he's not related to this storyline at all, at least I know he's going to make the match fun.
Yeah. No, and he has instant chemistry with everyone. And it helps that he's wrestled Kevin Owens countless times. And it helps that he's really good at fighting big dudes. So him and Sheamus match up really well.
He hasn't not had a lot of matches with Sheamus either. Because they did have quite a few strings of matches right after WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I think they've
got good workmanship.
Yeah. So, it lent itself to the match. Ambrose, there was one spot. Oh, the rebound clothesline that Owens said no to.
Yeah, he was going for the lunatic lariat. When he was upside down between the ropes, Kevin Owens gave him the world's lowest super kick.
Yeah, kicked him right in the side of the head.
Which set up the white noise by Shamu.
Yes, and Dean Ambrose kicked out of that.
And then they went to the outside, and Sheamus kept hitting him into the steps. And then Kevin Owens patiently waited, holding the top bumper to the commentator's table.
Yeah, the table topper or whatever you call it. And
then waited for Sheamus patiently to be done, and then dropped it on Dean Ambrose. And the one floppiest, most wind-resistant weapon that you can use in wrestling, that probably felt as bad as getting hit with a folded-up cardboard box, ended up being what got them disqualified.
But not the first two. Oh, Sheamus is just going to drive Dean Ambrose shoulder first into the steel stairs.
Yeah, stairs don't often become the disqualifiers.
No, that's part of the ring.
Yeah. It's there.
Yeah.
Hazard of the job.
Neville, who had gotten taken out prior to this, ends up saving Ambrose because they start tearing the table apart again.
Yeah, and they put the steps over by the table, so it's like Owens is going to go for that table powerbomb again.
But Neville's able to stop him.
He dives.
He does a corkscrew dive to the outside. They end up tossing Owens back into the ring. Ambrose hits Dirty Deeds, and then Neville really wants to hit the Red Arrow. So bad. I don't think he's ever wanted to hit the Red Arrow so bad.
And it's weird that he felt like he had to ask Dean Ambrose for permission. Can I please do it? Dean should have been just like, hey, what? I'm not going to stop here. Here, let me put him in the position.
He just wanted Dean Ambrose to set him up in position. Please pull him over here. Please. And he did. Then he hit the Red Arrow, and Owens was kind of hurting. Sheamus, I don't even. Did they even put the camera on Sheamus after that? No, and then we had.
That's how unimportant the leader of the League of Nations Treehouse Friends Club is.
Thank you, Dean Ambrose. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fun SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
2.5 thumbs up.
Just when we were losing faith, we had we've had a decent. I think we've had a decent week.
Pretty much.
It's been a decent week for WWE. Thanks for that. And thanks for watching. You should like,
favorite, subscribe.
I was gonna say that.
Too late. That's my thing.
Click the link. You son of a bitch.
There's a lot of them down there. Would you like to tell them what links we have?
Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Reddit, and emails and podcasts. And
the podcast is on the SoundCloud. It's a cloud made of sound.
Yeah.
It is up in the sky.
You should also comment.
And it directs it into your ear hole.
You should comment. You should let us know what you thought about SmackDown. Are you mad that Kalisto is not the U.S. champion? Or are you more mad?
I'm immediately going home and commenting yes.
Or are you more mad that Del Rio is champion again? Would you have been okay if someone else won? Or no? Who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble? We're getting closer. We're like 2 weeks away.
So less than that.
It's
a week from this Sunday.
24th?
I'm pretty sure.
Something like that.
Week from this upcoming Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain.
So like 9 days-ish.
Yeah.
Something like that. And just, let us know what do you think about Altoids, not a sponsor, refereeing this match that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
Those of you who listen to the podcast, you have no fucking clue what I'm talking about. You should check the description.
It's a rundown in the bank match.
You should check the description on your podcast that you're listening to, because there will be a link to the YouTube channel. You get to see all the fun shit that we have in this wrestling ring.
And don't forget to directly to my left, screen right, is the playlist with the Raw review and the midweek wrap-up, which are ones we have usually a little bit late, but we've got Thomas Wolf's top 5 for December.
No, top 5 was on time. It was the midweek wrap-up that was a little late, because YouTube's...
Well, I mean, we usually will have it by the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
But, we're a ways into January already.
Yeah.
And we're just now getting to you the top 5 of December and our top 15 of the year.
That'll be coming up next. And then after that, we'll have some indie news with some Smash Wrestling versus CZW results.
Yeah.
We'll have AAW results and Ring of Honor results as well.
So that upcoming shows in this episode too.
Yeah. Well, alright, cool. So look forward to that. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next. Hopefully it's not a video of Sheamus.
Nope, because fuck Sheamus.
Yay.